this video didn't see the issue with the fact that there was no diversity. And they even highlighted that there was diversity because they were all from different parts of Europe, but missing the fact that there were no women of colour, but I'm going to say black women because that's who I speak for.
Yeah.
And so from there, I was honestly, like, I don't know if you had any moments in your sneaker collecting or like doing what you do here where you've been like, raw, like, you know, it's hit you, like, that moment, it probably hit me, like, I was like, what's the point? I was literally sitting there like, what is the point if I'm doing all of this and no one can see me? So I went on King of Trainers Live and I spoke about it, and
big up King of Trainers.
Yeah,
big bro.
So he was doing these lives after no, sorry, let me go back. I wrote a post about it, and this post was just like talking about black women and likening us to an unwatered flower. So it comes from the phrase that black women are the only flowers on earth that grow unwatered, which means that we're expected to behave like other women without being given the nourishment or the soil to be able to grow in the effective conditions that you need to become a flower. But somehow we still do it, and then it's almost like they pick us up after we're flowers, but we're still not given the opportunities to grow in the same way that other people are given. So I put this post out, and it just literally just went mad. Like everyone was literally commenting like, oh my God, like I've never heard it kind of put like that. And this quote has been there for a long time, and I've quoted it before, like even before Instagram days, but I think it just brought it to everyone's attention, and for me it was also an outlet for what I was feeling in that moment. And then I went on King of Trainers Live and I spoke about it, and I actually, like, I was in tears because it was the first time I felt that feeling, as I said to you. So, and then after that I had so many women, like black women in my DMs, paragraphs, I don't feel beautiful, when I look at campaigns, when I look at this, I'm skinny, my hair's afro, this, that, and thank you for putting that into perspective, and thank you for speaking for us and all of that. And it was such a powerful moment because I literally just shared my pain, and my pain resonated with so many other people. But in the sneaker scene, it resonated with so many other black women that had also felt how I'd felt. So it's kind of like a coming together moment for us as black women in the scene. And I think at that moment we realised that there's so much more work to do, because on the surface you would think, oh yeah, do you know what, yeah, they've got female sneaker cultures growing and we're accessing spaces, but only certain types of females are getting access to that space. And so I realised that my platform was bigger than
what you perceived it to originally be.
It wasn't just, okay, oh yeah, I got some new Jordan 4s, I got some new Jordan 1s. It was like black women now looking to me like to be that voice. You're now the voice of the people. And now I genuinely feel responsible for breaking that barrier. And so that's what Shansgotsole has become about. And I tell people all the time, it's not about self. Shansgotsole is not about me. It's so much bigger than that. It's about all the other young black girls that might be looking for someone who represents them, for someone who is confident in being a black woman and can openly say, I'm a black woman and I'm proud. Because that's hard. It's not something that you're grown or you grow up to feel or to be comfortable saying. Like, black women have not been, well, we're trending now, but we weren't always trending. And so I feel like for me, Shansgotsole is so much bigger than what I first anticipated it would be. And yeah, so when I say my platform is me trying to be authentic, it's in all ways. So.
And that leads us nicely into this new project that you have. So tell us a little bit about that. So
then I thought about like the spaces that we have to be ourselves. And I guarantee you, if one of the bigger platforms, I'm not going to name them, but if any of the other big sneaker platforms called you up, there's parts of you that you have to censor. Yeah? Essentially, yeah. Because, or there's going to be a long line of people that don't look like me, and they're going to pick, and I might get the scrapings at the end, and I know that my value is so much bigger than that. What's the key? Did you watch Big Nasty's interview?
I didn't.
Okay, so he spoke, and this is something that, like, me and my brother, he's a record producer, he's travelled the world, like, as I said, worked with Kendrick, and one of the big things that we've spoken about is ownership. Like, we don't really come from much. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, sit down and say, oh yeah, my family's rich, I've got inheritance. I don't have that. And so we can't afford to wait for somebody to recognise my value. Like, when we recognise it in ourselves, and we actually have the tools to be able to create platforms for ourselves.
Essentially, you can't wait for the door to be opened, you have to open the door yourself.
Or create it.
Or create the door.
And I feel like we're at the mercy of people that are the gatekeepers to our culture when we are the culture. Like, there is no culture without us. So this space aims to be a true representation of culture of black origin, which means that if people can support the platform, so it's I actually haven't put out the Instagram platform yet, but
yeah, because it's to be launched.
It's to be launched. But
yes, to be launched.
People can, if we as people, and everybody needs to support this, because it's so much bigger than me trying to create a platform to make money. It's not even about that. It's a space where everybody is going to be seen, where I can see you because I am you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
understood.
My platform is based around the fact that we're not valued anywhere else. And that is the harsh reality of it all. I work with brands, I have worked with brands, and I genuinely feel some of them will support, but other people are going to get supported before us.
Yeah.
It's the struggle that we had to experience. And I'm sure you've had experiences.
Yeah, 100%. We all have, you know, we all have, and that's why we very much appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, because not everyone is in a position to speak out.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, there was a lot of, you know, young black females, black females in general who were, you know, DMing you, and you know, these are probably people who are not really likely to be ones to speak out. You know, because they're probably looking around them and thinking, if I speak out, are they going to look at me differently, or people are just going to not listen to what I'm saying? But now that they have, you know, someone that they can look up to and say, you know what, this person looks like me, and because she's doing it, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's very necessary in this space in which we're in. Obviously, that's now very evident. It's very, very evident now. Which is also a good thing at the same time, because if the struggle wasn't there originally, we wouldn't know that there was an issue at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Which is also a very good thing, because for someone to understand something, they need to know what the problem is.
Exactly.
Before they can then understand what is the issue and what are, you know, the things that we need to do to resolve these issues.
Exactly.
You know, so what you're doing, we're right behind you.
Yeah.
You know, we're right behind you.
And the thing is, it's reciprocal, so we can all support each other, and this is how this is going to work.
Absolutely.
Basically, it's only going to work if I support you and you support me. That's the only way that we can start to kind of bring our own opportunities. Because I don't know about you, but I know that I hold the value to be able to be something. Like, I know that I can go forth and I can bring all of this to life. I know that this idea is going to be great, and even if it's not, I know that I've got 5 other talents.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this thing where you've got to learn to believe in your source.
Yeah.
Believe in your source.
Believe in your source.
That's what this is about. Like, you got.
And that is for everybody.
And that's everyone.
That's
and I'm telling you now, if you don't believe in your source, I'm telling you 100%. The brands can see, and other bigger platforms can see your source.
Yeah.
And if you don't see your source, they will exploit your source. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm now at this point where I'm cool, you know. If the door doesn't knock, I'm cool, because I know that one day you're gonna have to knock my door.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to knock my door.
And that's
at that point, my
the
price,
struggle and strive, you know.
Exactly.
That's the struggle and strive of it, you know, especially in this, not just in like the trainer space, but in terms of, like, you know, social media. You know, if you imagine how many people are making, you know, reviews. Like, we speak about this as the Trainerheadz, you know, like, how can we make ourselves stick out from, you know, someone who is reviewing, you know, a Yeezy 350. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. So imagine release day comes on a Saturday. By Monday, there's probably 50,000 reviews from all over the world on YouTube. How do you make your brand, you know, seem different to everyone else's? And I think that's very essential for everyone to understand, whether you're young, whether you're white, whether you're black. that's how you attract brands, and that's how you put yourself out there. And what I would say is, I'm sure that you would agree, is when you're any person who is a content creator, whoever you are, stay true to yourself. Because at the end of the day, everyone's doing a sort of, sometimes there could be a sort of vibe that everyone's following, and then everyone's just like, this person was successful from it, let's just follow what they did. Sometimes we call that a blueprint, which sometimes it works. You see a blueprint, this is the plan, you follow the same plan, it works. But when it comes to content creating, sometimes people want something different, and sometimes that difference comes from originality. Yeah,
definitely. Content creating is not easy.
It's not.
And like,
it really isn't.
Anyone who says, oh yeah, you just take pictures for Instagram or you just film YouTube, there's no just about it. If you're going to do it to the standard that...
Then you got to put all into it.
Yeah, you do. I think maintaining knowing your value first of all, and then not being afraid to ask for it is hard. I've lost out on opportunities because I know what I'm worth. So brands have come to me and I've said, there's my price, and the email, that's the end of the email thread. But I'm okay with that, because I'm not gonna work for free, and I'm not gonna work for anything less than what is my true value. So if you're not gonna pay me,
see, you guys are getting business gems. You're getting business gems in this episode right here. So make sure you're really taking this in, because a lot of the times with our conversations, it doesn't go as deep as this, so you guys should really take this in. So what is your favorite pickup of this year and why? Off-White Jordan 4. I kind of thought it was going to be that. We were speaking off camera before and we had the same sort of vibes on what was the best release so far. So why do you think that's the best release of the year so far?
Just is like, the Jordan 4 is one of my favourite silhouettes anyway. Cool. So it was always, when I saw that Off-White Jordan 4 was coming out, in fact that colour was the colour I was hoping for. And then it was a women's release, so I knew it was coming in my size, because I've got abnormally small feet.
And what size do you wear?
A 3 or 3.5.
3.5. Oh, so yeah, if that did come in the men's, smallest would have been a UK 6 EU 40.
And don't get me started on the sizing thing. Yeah. Don't get me started. everything else right now.
As you know, every year we do a top 5 shoes of the year, and I don't want to just ruin it, but this is definitely going to be in the top 5, right? This has got to be in the top 5.
What's going to go? You just say it's number 1 now. What's going to go above it?
You know what? That will be telling. I've got to wait for them to see. You got to wait for that. You got to wait for that. You got to wait for that till December. You got to wait for that. But, that's all we have time for today. Shan, thank you so much for coming down. Love your energy, love your vibe. People, we are going to put all of Shan's social media channels, whether that be her personal Instagram, Shansgotsole. We're going to be, putting all of the information in regards to your new project, Black, in which is due to be coming very soon. We're going to put the links for your YouTube channel below.
Many
links. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of links. So you guys, make sure you watch, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you check all of her content out. Amazing content. Personally, I love it. Definitely make sure you check out the way she flexes the shoes and the fashion together. You get me? Even some of the man them could pick up a couple tips with that. So again, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. You've been locked in with your host Jay today, and that is another episode of A Conversation with a Trainerhead done, and we'll be seeing you guys again soon. Peace.
Just your tracks today.